Welcome. Thanks so much for joining me for today's practice. My name's Chris, and I'm going to lead you through a practice that's actually very similar to what I'm going to be teaching tonight at a studio here in Toronto. It's not going to be quite as long. It should be less than an hour, probably between 40 to 60 minutes, let's say. What I have here in terms of props are I have 2 blocks. I also have 2 straps, but these are not necessary whatsoever. The practice is designed to be entirely scalable for all experience levels. So if you are an absolute beginner, I'll try to give some options for you, but it's really geared more towards so for those with a little bit of experience through intermediate all the way from advanced. And if you want to add anything on even more advanced than what I'm going to offer today, then absolutely up to you. Let's come to the front of the mat. Gonna get my props set up here. Bring the big toes together. I like to put my blocks just off the side and also my straps off to the side. If you want to know where to get the straps, leave a question in the comment section and I can point you in the right direction. Hands together in front of your chest and close your eyes. So turn the gaze inward. And if you'd like to set an intention for the practice today, perhaps offering the benefits of practice to someone or something, or if you want to set another intention, then obviously you're free to do so, and do that now. Let's chant one Om together to begin, and then we'll begin to move through the practice. Inhale. So warming up with some sun salutations and some moon salutation variations. Inhale, raise your arms up, look up, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Just bend the knees initially to get the bellies to the thighs. Grab the ankles from behind if you'd like. If you want to wrap the arms around the backs of the legs, you can for opposite elbows. Bring your hands down to the mat. Right foot steps back, lower the knee down, look up. So stepping back into a high plank position, holding high plank, or exhale 1, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the knees, the chest and the chin. Hips down, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold this for 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Right foot steps to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step forward, Uttanasana. Straight arms, straight legs, stand up. Gaze to thumbs. Exhale, all the way back down, forward fold. Left foot steps to the back of the mat. Knee down, hands down, look up. High plank. Holding here, or exhale 1, chaturanga push up. Look forward. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Hips down, cobra. And then downward facing dog. We'll hold this for 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Left foot, front of the mat. Look up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Front of the mat. Straight arms, straight legs, stand up, look up, hands come to the chest, exhale. Fingers interlace, so like we have been doing in many of my classes, Kali Mudra, we're gonna do this quite a bit as we warm up. So fingers, index fingers point, inhale, arms up. You can rock the torso from side to side. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come behind the lower back, fingers interlace. You can have the palms together or palms separate. Try to keep the arms straight if you can. Crown of the head down towards the ground. Lower the hands to the mat. Right foot steps back. Knee down, back toes untuck. Hands into Kali Mudra once again. Arms up. Straighten the arms if you can. Rotate the torso from side to side. Bend the right elbow, catch it with the left hand, and then leaning over to the left for a second, looking to the right if you like. Come back to center. Left hand can reach around for the Gomukhasana bind. Just a couple breaths here. Good. Palms down. Three-legged dog, left leg up. Come forward in a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, where we'll hold this for 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Three-legged dog, right side. Inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Kapiyasana, so Kali Mudra with the hands, arms up. And then bending the left elbow, leaning over to the right, look to the left if you like. You can stay there or come back to center and take the bind if you like. So repeating the bind if you did on the other side, we're gonna do the same thing when we lead with the left leg in a few moments. Good. Release that. Standing splits. Forward fold if that's too much. Right hand, right ankle. A couple breaths. Crown of the head down. Exhale, forward fold. Straight arms, straight legs. Hands above the head, look up, and then exhale, hands to your chest. So same thing, repeating with the leading with the left leg. So Kali Mudra, inhale, arms up. Rock from side to side. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come behind the back, fingers interlace. Change the interlace, of course. Palms together or separated. Lower the hands to the mat. Left foot this time steps back. Back toes untucked with the knee down. Kapiyasana, arms up. So right arm goes out wide, palm facing towards the back of the mat. And then the back of the hand comes to the spine. You're either grabbing the right elbow with the left hand or coming back into the Gomukhasana bind. I find this for me personally really helps me get the shoulders warmed up in ways that a lot of other, power yoga classes or Ashtanga yoga classes may not do. Not to criticize those practices, they're lovely practices. They just don't, those warm-ups, typically the traditional warm-ups don't necessarily work for my body, which is part of the reason why I add this into my classes. Three-legged dog, right leg up. Come forward to plank, exhale, chaturanga. Right foot lowers, inhale, up dog. And then push back up, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Of course, child's pose is always available, so listen to your body, but try if you can to keep up. Inhale 2. Inhale 3. Next inhale, left leg up, 3-legged dog. Step it forward. Back toes untucked, back knee down. Kapiyasana once again. Left arm goes out wide this time. Palm facing towards the back of the mat. Back of the hand to the spine, and then right hand to the left elbow. The Gomukhasana bind. If you have been doing this, then do the same thing here. Release the pose, coming into standing split. So right leg goes up this time, or it's a forward fold. You may not be ready for a standing split. So left hand to left ankle. If you did the same thing on the other side, do that here as well. Exhale, forward fold. Straight arms, straight legs. Once again, look up. Hands come to the chest. Exhale. Let's come into chair pose. Utkatasana. Inhale. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, step or float back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. If you want to add in a double dip, chaturanga, exhale, and then inhale back up, downward facing dog. Let's come into warrior 1 on the right side, so step it forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, if you want to add in a handstand hop, just step a half step back, right Left leg up, inhale or flow through your vinyasa. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Same thing, left side, step it forward. Warrior one, inhale. Palms down, half step back if you're doing the handstand hop, or flow through, meeting in down dog. Inhale, up dog. Holding down dog for about 3 or 4 breaths. So for me right now, feeling pretty good, but my body's pretty tight. I did a workout yesterday with some heavier weights, so my shoulders aren't opening up quite as much as they might have if I hadn't worked out yesterday. But it's all good. Let's just stay with the practice. Let's see how things go. Next, exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step or jump to the front of the mat, forward fold. Look up, inhale, exhale, forward fold. Chair pose, look up, exhale, hands to your side, Samasthiti. So let's do one more of those before we move into the next section of the practice. Chair pose, exhale, forward fold. If you want to add in a crow pose to jump back, you totally can. Tuck jumps, you can. Just what I'm going to do. Let's flow through the vinyasa. A couple of these if you like. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So a little bit of core work here. Right leg up, inhale. Right knee, right elbow and touch, shoulders over the wrist. Exhale, 3-legged dog, inhale. Knee to nose, come forward. Inhale, back up. Right knee, left elbow. 3-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Back knee lowers. So right hand can reach around for the left foot. Dragon lunge, staying there. Or if you want to go deeper into the hip flexor opening, which is what I'm going to do, I have straps here. You can bring the left hand to the left foot, pull the heel in towards the hip, right hand into Jana Mudra. So you're in the dragon lunge or you're in this pigeon variation. If you have a flip grip, of course, for the pigeon variation, then take that. Just a few breaths here. Getting ready to move on. So we're coming into 3-legged dog, right leg up. Now listen closely. If you need to skip this, stay in downward facing dog or come into dolphin. Right leg up, 3-legged dog, left elbow lowers, right elbow lowers. So we're in 3-legged dolphin. Any variation you like, coming up into forearm balance, which is what I'm going to do. Legs together. Any leg variation, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So if it's an asymmetrical leg variation, then just remember what you did. We'll repeat the same when we do the left side. Lowering the feet down. You're going to lower the right foot down first. Come forward plank if you like. If you haven't done a vinyasa yet, then add it here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Everybody getting ready to do the left side. We're still doing a sun salutation. So sun salutation B variation. 3-legged dog, left side. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Back up, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. 3-legged dog, inhale. Left knee, right elbow, come across, touch. 3-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, step it forward. So we have that dragon lunge again. Back knee lowers to the mat. Left hand, right foot. That might be too much. Repeat the same variation you did on the other side. For those that went further, if you have a strap, grab one. You don't need a strap, of course. Right hand, grabbing the right foot. Left hand into Jana Mudra. So Jana Mudra, the tip of the thumb and the index finger are touching and taking your variation. So flip grip, people, go for it. I'm using a strap. Couple breaths here. So now we have 3-legged dog. If you skipped on the other side, then skip holding in down dog, child's pose if you need to. We're gonna come into that forearm balance option or dolphin option. Right elbow lowers, left elbow lowers. So 3-legged dolphin or coming up if you're with me. Getting ready to lower, flowing through your vinyasa. So plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna hold down dog for about 3 or 4 breaths. So just resting if you need to. I'm gonna take a bit of a longer downward facing dog. My shoulders are feeling really tight still, so I wanna get them open a little bit more. So with this extended downward facing dog, the heels are off the ground. I might be able to bring the head down. Only if you feel okay, you can bounce. Just trying to get a little bit deeper into the shoulder opening. Good. Good. Okay, getting ready to step or jump forward. Exhale, bend the knees. I'm gonna jump into a deep squat. So let's give this a try. If you like, step or jump into a deep squat. Exhale down, look up. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand tall, hands to your side, Samastiti. So, stepping away from the front of the mat if you are not already. Coming into chair pose once again. Inhale, fingers interlace, push the palms away. Holding here. Or, if you like, bring the torso parallel to the ground. Change the interlace of the fingers, so bend the elbows. Push away, look to the top of the mat, lift the heels up, hold for 3. Hold 2. And 1. Palms down. So coming into crow pose, that's an option. If you'd like to come into a forward fold or a deep squat, totally good with those two. Let's hold for about 3 or 4 breaths. 3, 2, 1. Last option here, crown of the head down. Tripod headstand. Legs up. Getting ready to step or float back. Pike the legs. Inhale, exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now just a little bit more core work here. So, 3-legged dog, right leg up. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose. Come forward, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, knee to nose. 1 more. Inhale. Now, right leg up, holding here, 3-legged dog or handstand. We're all gonna step the right foot forward in a couple breaths. Warrior 1. Switching the legs, right foot forward. Everybody, Virabhadrasana 1, that's warrior 1. Let's do about 4 breaths. Inhale 1. Inhale 2. Inhale 3. Inhale 4. Open up, warrior 2, fingers spread, nice and wide, gaze to the right middle finger. 4 breaths. 1. Try to bring the right thigh parallel to the ground. 2. Any variations that you like, just repeat right to left. 3. And 4. Right palm flips, reverse warrior. Take a half bind if you like. And then come into reverse triangle. And then coming into triangle pose. So I'm gonna keep the half bind, right hand to the right ankle, or peace fingers can hook the right big toe. Of course, if you have blocks, use the blocks. 4 breaths. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Release that. Coming into half moon pose now. So half moon pose, keep the half bind if you like, use a block, or if you want to come along with me, bend the left knee and come into Ardha Chandra Chapasana. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good, release. Come back into a pyramid pose. We're setting up for revolved triangle. So square the hips, step the left foot to the left if you need to, right hand to right hip. Lift the chest up, look forward, exhale, left hand lowers outside or anywhere it makes sense, either inside or outside the foot or on the ankle. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good, now coming into the revolved half moon pose. So left leg up, right arm up, staying here or bending the left knee, revolving. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now taking the outside of that left foot, coming into a baby grasshopper pose. I think it's called baby grasshopper, or it's kind of like a modified pistol squat, but let's just come into this. 2, 3, and 4. Come back up. Let's come back into warrior 2. Reverse warrior once again, reverse triangle. Coming into extended side angle pose, any variation that you like. I'm gonna come into a bind because I'm coming into bird of paradise. Now, if you have the bind, exhale, bend the knee, inhale, straighten the right leg and turn the right foot a quarter turn to the left. So feet are parallel just for a breath. And then right foot, toes point forward, left foot steps forward, coming into your bird of paradise. About 3 breaths here. 1, 2, and 3. Lower the right foot down, left foot steps back, high level lunge, fingers interlaced behind the lower back, 4 breaths. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right hand, right hip, left arm up, inhale, exhale, twist over to the right. You can take a bind if you like, back knee can lower. I'm gonna bind, do similarly what we did on the other just a moment ago with extended side angle pose. So left heel onto the mat, right foot all the way down, turn a quarter turn to the left, feet are parallel. This is a bit more intense. So staying in your revolved side angle pose or coming into a standing bound twist. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Flowing through your vinyasa. If you want to add a handstand, we're all meeting in downward facing dog. Left leg up. Okay. Flowing through. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's rest here for a few breaths. I'm just going to take child's pose before we set up and do the left side. Downward facing dog. Now, same thing we just did, repeating with the left leg. So 3-legged dog, left side, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over the wrists. 3-legged dog. Exhale, come forward. Back up, inhale. Now holding here, a couple breaths or hand standing forward. We're gonna switch the legs. Everybody's gonna meet in warrior 1. Switch the legs. Warrior 1, everybody. Left side, stepping forward. 4 breaths. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Warrior 2. Fingers spread nice and wide. Gaze to the left middle finger. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right hand reaches around the lower back. Reverse warrior. Same thing you did on the other side, reverse triangle. If you did that, with the half bind, do it here. And then coming into triangle pose. So I'm gonna keep the half bind, heel toe the right foot in, left hand, left ankle, look over the right shoulder. 1, 2. In fact, I took the big toe lock, so let's do that here if you haven't done it already. For the last couple breaths with the heel off the ground. 3 and 4. Now release the ball of the foot, release the big toe, coming into half moon pose. Keeping the half bind if you did on the other side. Bending the right knee if you did, Ardha Chandra Trikonasana. 4 breaths. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good, right foot steps back, setting up for revolve half moon. So pyramid legs, right foot steps forward and to the right, square hips in the shoulders with the front of the mat, left hand, left hip, inhale, lift the chest, look up, right arm forward, exhale, release right hand to where left hand went on the other side, left arm up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right hand down, setting up for revolved half moon pose. Right leg up, left arm up. If you did on the other side, bend the top leg. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now grabbing the outside of the right foot with the left hand, baby grasshopper once again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come back up into the starting position. Right foot steps back, warrior 2. So reverse warrior once again. Sitting up for extended side angle pose. Straighten the right leg. And then any version of extended side angle pose you did on the other side. If you took a bind, you want to come with me, then do that. Exhale, bend the knee. Left knee that is, and then inhale, straighten it. Turn the left toes a quarter turn to the right. So you're in a bound, standing wide-legged forward fold. Look to the front of the mat. Left toes point forward again. Right foot steps to the front of the mat. Standing up on the right leg, bird of paradise, 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Good. Left foot lowers. Right foot steps back. High level lunge, 4 breaths, so fingers interlace behind the lower back. 1, 2, try to keep the right leg straight. 3, and 4. Right arm up. Revolved side angle pose. So if you're binding, come into a prayer position first. Binding, take any variation you did on the other side. So same thing if you're with me. Right heel on the ground, left toes turn a quarter turn to the right. So we're in this bound, revolve, standing, wide-legged forward fold. And then left toes point forward, right foot steps forward, stand up on the right leg, point the left toes forward, 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Everybody getting ready to flow through their vinyasa. Lower the left foot down if you're with me. Handstand option, meeting a downward facing dog, right leg up. Not my day for handstands, that's okay. Let's flow through. Exhale, inhale up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's rest in child's pose just for a breath or sit back. So what we're gonna do here is come through a couple side plank variations into wild thing. I'm gonna go all the way into wheel on both sides. So up to you what you want to do. We'll do this bit and then we'll move on to other aspects of the practice. So downward facing dog. We're about half an hour in now. Got another 20 minutes or so. Good. Come forward into high plank. Good. Side plank, left side. Roll to the outside of the left foot, right arm up. Now, if you like, you can bend the right knee, peace fingers hook the big toe. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Right foot steps back. Coming into wild thing, or all the way into wheel if you want. Four breaths here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coming in on the left side. Everybody, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Good. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Same thing on the other side. Let's do it. Forward, high plank. Right hand to the middle of the mat, outside of the right foot. Left arm up. If you are with me, peace fingers hook the left big toe. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Left foot steps back, everyone. Half wheel or full wheel if you're with me. Let's do about 4 breaths once I get there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coming in on the right side. High plank, everyone. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale. Let's meet a downward facing dog or child's pose. If you need a little rest, which I do. Good. So, gonna set up for forearm balance before we move on to the last couple sections of the practice. So I'm gonna take forearm balance with these blocks. And these blocks allow me to have my palms facing up, which actually helps to engage the serratus anterior muscles, which are the muscles that connect the rib cage and the shoulder blades, which help us to keep the shoulder blades lifted when we're coming into things like forearm balance and handstands. So I think if I had done this maybe earlier in practice, my handstands might be a little bit cleaner. I'd be a bit more engaged, but doesn't really matter. Let's just do it now. So if you want to take dolphin, if you want to take a forearm plank or hold plank, up to you. If you want to rest before we move on, we're going to be about 1.5 minutes here between both sides. So if you have blocks and you want to put them into like a bit of like an L shape, left palm up, right palm up. So coming into this dolphin variation position, dolphin down dog, right leg up, and then coming up if you like. I'm gonna bend my left knee, look through. Lowering the right foot down. Everybody lower, you can stay up if you want. I'm just gonna sit back for a moment on my heels, change the L shape, because I'm gonna lead with my left leg this time. So this is something that I do. It's kind of like a good check-in for me. Like if I notice that my shoulders don't feel open enough, or if I don't feel strong enough in the shoulders, like this position really encourages you to get your shoulders in the upper body in the right position to support your inversion practice, especially forearm balance and handstands. So we'll see how the handstands work later in practice, but for now I'm just gonna do this. So right palm down, palm up I should say, so back of the hand, right hand down. Same thing with the left, so palms facing up. So taking your variation, repeating what you did on the other side. So leading with the left leg this time. Walk in a little bit, come up. Right knee bends if you're with me, looking through. left foot down. Sit back, child's pose. Arms forward, palms down, downward facing dog. Now turn the fingers slightly in, come forward, and then come forward into high plank, and then start to walk the hands back, coming into a ragdoll position at the back of the mat. Grab opposite elbows if you like. Good, coming up nice and slow, chin to chest. Shoulder blades together and down the back, feet together. Excellent, back of the mat. Arms up, come onto the tips of the toes. So we're gonna tippy toe forward, 2 steps on each side, lifting the right knee up, right foot steps forward, just trying to work on the balance here. This helps us with balance for handstands. We're obviously upside down, but that's okay. Left foot up, left knee up rather, left foot forward. Same thing with the right leg, one more time. Step up forward, stand the tips of the toes, balls of the feet, left knee up. Lower it down, stay on the tips of the toes, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Heels down. Good, come to the front of the mat. Left foot steps all the way to the back of the mat. Hands on the hips. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, come forward. So palms down, shoulder width distance apart. Heels of the hand in line with the heels of the feet. Lift the chest, look up. Exhale, crown of the head down towards the mat. You might come up, you might not. I'm gonna do a couple of side crows here. So working on tripod headstand. If you like, I'm gonna walk us through side crow or any other forward fold variation that you like. Crown of the head down, legs up. So staying here, or tap the knees to the upper arms. If you want to take side crow, you can do that. Knees to chest. And then right thigh, left upper arm, lower it down, come onto the forehead and then lift up. Hold for 3, 2, 1, head down. Let's do the other side. So legs back up. Exhale, tuck the knees in. Inhale, left thigh, right upper arm. Forehead, and then lift up. Good, hold for 3, 2, 1. Head down. Legs back up. Legs come wide. Lower it down. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, hands on your hips. Inhale, come up to stand. Exhale, let's come into a horse stance here. So, not quite a goddess pose. We want the knees and the toes pointing out onto roughly a 45-degree angle. So we did this earlier in our chair pose, but we're gonna do this now. Fingers interlaced, push the palms away, arms up, hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, 1. We'll do the same thing, but switch the interlace of the fingers for another 3 breaths. 2, and 3. Bend the elbows, switch the interlace of the fingers, push the palms forward. Inhale, arms up. 3 breaths. Inhale, 1. Inhale, 2. Inhale, 3. Good, hands on the hips, straighten the legs, feet parallel, turn towards the left. So we're in a high level lunge, back knee bends. Let's do this 5 times. So exhale, knee touches, inhale, that's 1. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale 3, exhale, inhale 4, exhale, inhale 5. Good, fingers interlaced behind the lower back, hold for 3, you can look up if you like, 2, and 1. Back knee lowers, right hand down, coming into a dragon lunge. You can come into lizard if you like. We're gonna come into half splits in about 3 or 4 breaths. Bend the right knee, left hand, right foot, 1, 2, and 3. Good. Getting ready, sit back. So half splits or half or full front splits, anywhere in between if you like, holding this for about 4 breaths. So I'm going to come forward myself. 1, 2, 3. Last breath in. Exhale. Left foot, bring it back flat onto the mat. Gonna turn around towards the front of the mat, so towards the right side. Same thing we just did. High level lunge. Back knee straight to begin with. Exhale. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Straighten the left knee. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale down. Inhale 4. Exhale. Inhale 5. Fingers interlace behind the lower back. 3 breaths. 1, look up if you like. 2, 3. Left palm lowers, back knee lowers, coming into the dragon lunge, or if you did lizard, if you were a little bit ahead of us, or took a different variation, do so here as well. Trying to find balance on both sides. 1, dragon lunge, inhale 2. Inhale 3. Release that. Sit back, so half front splits. We have about 4 breaths here. I'm gonna come into a bit deeper of a pose. So anywhere you'd like, trying to balance out what we did on the other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Bring the sole of the right foot onto the mat. Come back into the standing position here. Wide-legged position. Left foot steps to the front of the mat. Samasthiti. All right, let's just do a couple balancing poses. I'm gonna face the camera for this one. So left hand to left hip, peace fingers hook the right big toe. So you can come up and stay here if you like, or bring the right leg forward and then out to the side, looking forward or looking over the left shoulder. 1, 2, 4 breaths. 3, 4. Back to center. Hold this for 4 breaths. You can point the toes if you like, hands to hips. 1, 2, 3. We have one more pose after this on this side. 4. Bend the knee, so come into tree pose, or if you have a half lotus variation, if you like, right hand reaches around the back for the right big toe, or if you're modifying like me to the forearm. Inhale 2. Inhale 3. Inhale 4. Release. Let's just go ahead and do the other side now. Right hand, right hip. Bend the left knee, hook the big toe. Inhale, exhale, straighten the left leg if you like. Inhale, left leg out to the side. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. 1, 4 breaths. 2, 3, and 4. Come back to center. Inhale, exhale, point the toes if you like. Left hand hip to the hip. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So tree pose once again, or that half lotus pose, any variation that you just did. For me, it's gonna be reaching the left arm around the back to grab the upper right forearm. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good, release. Okay. Let's do pyramid. Both sides. So fingers interlaced behind the lower back. Left foot steps a little bit to the left. Right foot steps back. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, come forwards. Just to help balance out the hips, get a bit of a hamstring and a shoulder stretch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, right foot steps to the front of the mat. Change the interlace to the fingers. Right foot steps out to the right. Left foot steps back. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, folding over the right leg, 4 breaths. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Inhale, lift all the way back up to stand. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, step or float. Chaturanga, up dog inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Lower the knees, coming into camel pose. If you want to rest, you can. If you want to come into bow pose, that's another back bend option. We're just going to do a couple back bends before we make our way to do a couple floor poses and come into Shavasana. 1, 5 breaths. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chin to chest, sit back, child's pose. Downward facing dog. So from here, jumping through to a seated position. If you want to jump up, handstand, anything you like, or just step to the front of the mat. I'm going to do a bit of a modification here. So cross the ankles, sliding the feet through a little bit. And then I'm going to turn towards the camera just so you can see as we do a couple final poses before our Shavasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come forward. 1, 4 breaths. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Turn towards the right leg. Shorten or narrow the stance a little bit. Stance or position rather with the legs. Right arm up. Exhale. Grab the left foot or just reach towards it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift back up. Same thing, other side. So left arm up, inhale, exhale, grab the right foot or reach towards it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lift up. Good. Legs together, Paschimottanasana. Inhale. So forward fold. 1. Peace fingers can hook the big toes if you're with me. Lift the chest up or just stay in a forward fold. Right leg lifts. Inhale, exhale, knee bends. Straighten the right leg, heel down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee bends. Pull back. Good. Let's do one more each side. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee back. Last one on the left side. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Excellent. Now let's come into a double pigeon pose. Almost there. So it's a double pigeon variation for me. You can just cross the ankles. If you want to take eagle arms variation, it's left leg on top of the right, or just grab opposite shoulders like this. So left arm on top if you're taking eagle. Arms, inhale, exhale. Let's do 4 breaths. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lift back up, legs up, switch legs. Awesome. So same thing we just did. This time it's the right arm on top for eagle arms. You don't have to do eagle arms, just do whatever you did on the other side. Right arm on top, inhale, exhale, come forward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, come towards the front of the mat, lift the legs up, arms up, make fists with the hands, crunch the toes, inhale, squeeze everything in. Exhale, coming into Shavasana position, but let's just get as much tension as we can in the body. So squeeze, flex every single muscle in the entire body. Lion's breath to let it go. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, lion's breath. So resting in Shavasana as long as you'd like. I'm just gonna sit up for a moment and say goodbye for now. So thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to do so below. Hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you again soon.